Now, what I want to do is I want to bring on our top producers, Aron and Cathy Parker, who actually hit the diamond position in their first 60 days. They have been in this industry for over 20 years. Okay. They have helped so many people create incredible success financially and with their health. We feel so blessed to have their leadership here at Ternant. And I want them just to share with you, really what it takes to be a champion in this industry, like what it takes, what do you got to do with your mindset and everything to be a top producer. And so I'm not sure which one is going to share this. They're both amazing, but Aron and Cathy Parker, thank you so much for sharing tonight. Would you give us the tips, the tools, what it takes to be a top producer in our company?
Absolutely, we would love to. We are honored. We are excited. And I just want to say thank you, Mindy, for the invite. We're so grateful for the opportunity to come out and share some knowledge, some tips, some strategies, some secrets. And we're just excited to be here. For those of you watching the recording, there will be a replay, by the way, so you don't have to frantically take notes. Just really pay attention, and we'll get the replay posted as well. You'll be able to share this replay with your team. So Mindy asked us to talk about a few different things, and we're just going to kind of do our thing and just
bounce off each other.
Bounce off each other, bing, 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 and have some fun. So let's dive in.
I love it.
All right, let me share my screen. I'm actually going to put some stuff on the screen so you can do screenshots if you want. And first of all, we're going to talk about the mindset of a top producer and what it takes to win. So first of all, want some participation here, guys. So get engaged with us. How many of you want to know what the mindset is that's going to be required for you to win in this business? If you want to know what that is, drop a comment, let us know, and we're going to give it to you right now. All right. And these are in no particular order. All right. Number one, you got to do it. You got to do it even when you don't feel like it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just keep it real. How many times do you wake up and you don't feel like it? You don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You do something else. It happens all the time. And guess what? It's called human nature. So, honey, you want to talk about this at all? Just doing it, and even when you don't feel like it?
Well, like you said, it's human nature. And guys, we both go through it and we hold each other accountable. So that is the difference between champions and, top producers, is doing your non-negotiables, right? In this business, make a list of what your non-negotiables are for that day and get them done before you go to bed, no matter what. Now, I'll give you some quick examples of what those are, right? They're inviting people to presentations, making new friends and contacts, right? Showing somebody a presentations. Those are the things in your business that are your non-negotiables that you have to do no matter how you feel. And the cool thing is, when you work from your phone, nobody else knows that you feel yucky for the day. They can see just high energy through the phone, even if that's not happening in person.
Yeah, and you have to just make that conscious decision right now and say, listen, even when I don't feel like it, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do the thing. You have to make that decision, because it's like we were talking about, like, ask yourself just so you can really kind of let this sink in. What is something in your life right now? Feel free to comment if you want to engage with us. What is the one thing in your life that no matter what is going to happen?
I'll tell you.
I want to see some examples.
Motherhood.
There you go. Motherhood. Like that. You don't have it. Like, there's no choice.
And I think this is why ladies dominate, because we know as a mom, no matter what,
it's got to get done.
Still has to get done. So if you can do that, you can apply that to this business.
Right. So Jessica says teaching my early childhood music classes.
Yeah.
Like, there's not an option. Like, you have to do it. Right. We've got going to work. Right. First grade classroom. For me, as silly as it sounds, and Cathy was like hitting me over the head with this, it's going to the gym. Right.
That's his non-negotiable.
Like, for
every
me,
day.
I mean, I've been doing CrossFit now for 10 years, and it's literally ingrained in me that I cannot miss the gym. I could be sick and I'm still going to go work out. It's just not going to happen. So I want you to figure out what that thing is for you, and then say, I'm going to now apply that same mindset of this thing has to get done, and now apply that to your business. If you can do that, you're on your way. All right. Now, the next thing, mindset of a top producer, what it takes to win in this business, is you got to show up. Okay. How are you showing up? And that's a question that I have for all of you. How are you showing up in your business? So just doing the thing, right? We've already covered you got to do the thing and you've got to show up, right? It's not an option anymore, but it goes a little bit deeper. And it's how are you showing up? Are you showing up with energy? Are you showing up with passion? Are you showing up excited? Because if your energy is down here and you're not in it, you're not in the zone, you're not excited, then you're not going to be putting the right energy into your business, right?
Mhm.
And you may struggle. So how you show up is important. And a big part of that, I'm going to relate to the gym, is I have a newsflash. Just showing up is not half the battle. I know that's a saying, right? Show up, it's half the battle. Sorry, wrong, it's not. Okay. Showing up is maybe 10% of the battle. Okay. It's part of the battle.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna prove it to you. You show up to the gym every day. You show up every day, but you don't do anything at the gym. Are you gonna get any results?
Mm-mm.
The answer is no.
Mm.
So you can show up to these trainings, which is part of the battle, being here. I commend you, right? Awesome. You got to be here, learn new things, new skills, new mindsets. Show up to the trainings, show up to the presentations. Don't miss them because that's part of the fire. It's part of the energy. It keeps you going. But the other 90% is the actions.
Mhm.
And that's what's going to produce the results. So how you show up. Anything on
Yeah.
that?
No, I
No?
love it.
All right.
Mhm.
Next up, we have one more thing on this, on the mindset of a top producer, and that is a sense of urgency. So a big part of how we created the explosion and created fast success in Trinot when we got started 1 year ago, 1 year anniversary, woohoo, was this right here. It's this word, it's urgency. Every conversation has a sense of urgency attached to it. Like I'm chatting with someone and it's like, I'm chatting with, Alan. It's like, Alan, listen, you got to see this. This is so big. It's unbelievable. You can feel the urgency. It's like, listen, I've got this winning lottery ticket right here and you can share in the winnings, but you got to take a look at this now or it's gone, right? Have a sense of urgency in your conversations with prospects and they will listen. They'll be more receptive. So just take that for what it's worth.
I love
Anything
that.
on that?
Nope, it's perfect.
All right. Next up, we have, Mindy wanted us to talk about this. So here we go. Okay. What stops people? What stops people from winning? What stops people from having success? We've got them all right here. Like if you can cover these, you will win 100%. All right. And these are in no particular order. The first thing that is going to stop, I'm not going to say you because these aren't going to stop you. This is what stops other people. And now that you're learning this, these are not going to stop you. But this is what stops people. And by the way, we're speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Because these things have all stopped us in our businesses over the years. And we've experienced this.
Yeah.
So we're sharing from experience. Number one is distractions,
Yeah.
right? The world today is more distraction filled than ever with social media. Let's just be real. Take a self inventory. How many times do you catch yourself just like mindlessly scrolling on social media and not doing something constructive or productive in that social media time? You've got politics, you've got TV, you've got doom and gloom. The world is ending, sky's falling. Like there's so many things. You've got distractions even from your work, distractions from home, distractions just everywhere.
Yeah.
And the more that you allow yourself to be filled with distractions and not focused, that is going to immediately pull your energy down and pull you away from getting you closer to your goals. Anything on that?
No, I love that because it's so true. It's so funny. The other day, I went to go check something and respond to somebody on Facebook, and guess what happened to me? I got distracted by someone else's post, and next thing I knew, it was 5 minutes later, I was scrolling, and I didn't do the thing that I was supposed to do when I just opened up my phone. That's how easily it is to get distracted. So I always recommend when you sit down and you're doing your non-negotiables, you're doing those things, set a timer and don't multitask. This is one of the biggest things. I don't know if you guys have, squirrel syndrome. That's what I call it. A little ADD. Where are my people at? That is me. I have to focus because if I try to multitask, it's not going to get done. So set up an environment to where you can get laser focused on the mission at hand, and then also put on blinders, right? Is anybody familiar with horses? You know, they put the blinders on them so they don't get spooked. That's what you have to do with your mindset and your business. You have to stay 100% focused and not worry about the world happening around you.
Yeah, it's like, well, what
So
about
good.
this product? What about this business? What about the?
Yeah.
Those are all distractions, and
It doesn't matter.
they're designed to keep you from your goals,
Mhm.
right? I love Tina. Somebody messaged, "Hey Tina, did you hear about da? Nope. Well, did you hear about da? Nope. Like she's like, I don't care. I'm focused, and you
Mhm.
wonder why she's making $70,000-$80,000 a month or whatever it is. So focus, right? All right. The next one on this list is taking the wrong actions. And this
Mhm.
comes a little bit back to showing up and how you're showing up, right? You show up to build your business. It's time to be productive. It's time to build your business. Okay, I'm doing the thing, but what are you doing? And this is that self-inventory,
Yeah.
right? I know that Mindy has a DMO. We have a DMO. All of the team leaders have a DMO of
Yeah.
what is that? It's a daily method of operation. These are the what they call RPAs, revenue producing activities, right? You might show up and you might take some action, but if it's the wrong action, if it's things that are going to just kind of fill time, like I'm organizing and I got a notebook, but this is the wrong notebook. It's the wrong color. No, it's the wrong size. It's not going to have enough lines.
He's making fun of himself
Yeah.
with the notebook thing,
Yeah, I mean,
guys.
I have so many notebooks.
He
I'm
has
like,
so many
I need
notebooks.
another
And
notebook
I'm like, just
so
take
I
the
can
note.
be organized. It's the wrong notebook. No, you don't need a notebook. Just do the thing, right?
Mhm.
So it's like we come up in our mind of all these little things that we have to have just right, or this or that, you know, the perfectionism. And it's, you think you're taking actions, but you have to just stop and say, is what I'm doing now
Mhm.
actually going to help me get closer
Yeah.
to my goal? Okay.
Yeah.
So next we have the opinions of others. Ooh, this
Ooh,
is a big one.
This one is a big one.
When I've had people ask me this question, what was the single biggest factor that took me from struggling in network marketing for 10 years to becoming a full-time network marketer and making six figures? I always say this, the opinions of others, because what kept me struggling in network marketing was I was focused more on what other people were going to think of me than on actually going after my goals and dreams. I said I wanted success, but I was more focused on, well, what is he going to think? What is she going to think? What is my neighbor going to think? What are my friends going to think? What are my family going to think? Do you guys know that my family still doesn't support me? Even after making millions of dollars, they still think we're crazy. Like, when are you going to get a real job? That's crazy. Like, our family. Okay. So if you let the opinions of others, sometimes it could be your best friend who's going to talk smack about what you're doing. And if you let that bring you down, there you go. That's why we're talking about this. This is what stops people from winning. So you've got to make that decision right now. Doesn't matter what the opinions of others are. You are going to do it anyway. Anything on that?
Well, I always say, if they're not paying your bills, their opinion doesn't matter.
Bam. Write that one down. All right. Another one is people quit too soon. I mean, this is just kind of just a general thing. Wanted to throw that in there. 3 feet from gold, right? In the book, Think and Grow Rich, we've all heard the story that people are building their business and they're on their way to creating success. And then they're going to encounter frustration, right? And just letting you know, it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows. It's not going to be straight to the top. There's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be speed traps. There's going to be things that are going to slow you down, whether it's people or it's haters or it's you're just stuck. And a lot of people just quit, and then they're quitting on their dreams. And you could be 3 feet from gold, but you quit. So don't quit too soon. Okay. Or just, how about this? Don't quit at all. Right. If even quitting is an option, you're like, well, I'll give it 3 months. You've already given yourself an option to quit, right? So eliminate that option of quitting, and then you'll start to shift and you'll be like, okay, quitting's not an option. I'm going to make this work. Anything on that?
Yeah, there are colored diamonds in this business right now, guys, whose sponsors quit. How crazy is that? Their sponsors quit and now they're colored diamonds.
Wow.
So, one, don't quit and never give up on anybody because you just don't know. So, Mindy's shaking. Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, just hang in there because you are so close, inches from a breakthrough.
Absolutely.
I love that.
All right, this is the last one on this, and that is because you don't have to, right?
Mhm.
People are going to not win or fail, right, in this business because you don't have to. And I've talked about this before, but I want to just touch on this and dive a little bit deeper on this topic of not having to. We go into this business with this idea, and we're like, well, I should do it. I want to do it, and I'll start to do it. But then when things get tough and things get challenging, again, it goes back to what we've just talked about. Are you showing up?
Yeah.
How are you showing up? And in this business, you don't have a boss, right? Mindy Diebel, the Mindy Diebel, could be your sponsor. You're working with her, but she's not your boss.
Yeah.
She can't tell you what to do. She can't say, you have to go do this or you're fired. That doesn't exist in this business. You are your own boss. And that is one of the double-edged swords in this business. It's amazing. It's freedom, but you don't have to do anything if you don't want to. And so I like to say that this isn't for everyone because some people hate the idea of having a job. But for some people, you may have to treat this like a job. What do I mean by that? You have to, like, when you have a job, you have to show up at a certain time. You have to do a certain amount of work.
Yeah.
And if you don't do the work, you're fired. And so think about this business for some of you, if you're willing to go down that mindset, that possibility that, okay, this is a business, but I'm going to treat it like a job. I'm going to show up every day. I'm going to put in 4 hours of work every day. Now, the part of it, treating it like a job that you don't want to do is when you're at a job and you're not really doing your work. Anybody ever been there? I know we all have, right? We're at job, we're getting paid by the hour. The boss isn't around. The camera's not on. There's no customers. I should be doing this, but I'm just going to sit here and read a book. I'm just going to sit here and scroll. I'm going to get on the phone and talk to my friend. So that's not the kind of work you want to do in this business. It's the kind of work where you are showing up and you have to do the thing or you're fired.
Yeah.
And so find a way to kind of trick yourself if you had to do it. So that's one analogy. The other one I'll give you on shifting your mindset to you have to do it. Write that down. Have to is when you are in a place, and you may not be in this place. We've been in this place financially, a financial place where you have no income, a financial place. I want you to just work, just like imagine for a second, you have no savings and you just lost your job. You have nobody to bail you out. Your credit cards are maxed. We've been there with nothing. When you go into a business with that, do you think there's an option? No. You have to. There's no plan B. There's no, oh, I could just put on a credit card, or I could just get it from my savings, or I have a job that's still paying. Nope. Now, you may not be in that situation. That's great. But if you want to supercharge your success in this business, try to psych yourself out and put yourself in that place. Because if you convince yourself that you have to do this, like your life depends on it, guess what? You start doing the things and you get focused and you're doing the right things and you're taking the right actions and your success will happen. Why? Because you have to make it happen. Anything on that?
I love that. No?
Good. All right. So those are the things that stop people from winning. And if you do all of that or not do it, however you want to look at it, I promise you, you're going to have more success in this business. If you got some value from that, let us know. We got one more thing that Mindy wants to talk about. Okay. This is just a small piece of taking the actions to create success. And the first one is how to invite to an overview. Honey, over to you.
Oh, I love this. Well, you jump in too,
Okay.
because you're like, I feel like he's the master recruiter. He out recruits me all the time, at least with associates.
Yep.
I'm the easy customer getter. But we're going to break this down so easy. So I like to put people in 3 different categories that we have in our life, and we all have them, right? We have the people in our life that we can just tell them what to do. They kind of look up to us, right? And so these people, you can simply go to, hey, I have my hands on something and it's really exciting. I need you to watch this video. It's going to blow you away. When can you watch this? You're not asking permission. You're just telling them, I need you to watch this. Hey, I found something incredible and I need you to be my guest tonight and watch this presentation with this lady that I met, that I've partnered with. She's amazing. Her name is Mindy Diebel. She's an 8-figure earner in this industry. She's going to blow you away. I need you. What are you doing tonight? Right? So those are the people. Real simple. Just tell them short. Don't give them details. This is like our number 1 tip. People try to tell too many details to invite. Don't give details. Curiosity killed the cat for a reason. The second category of people, I love this, is asking a favor, right? I love this one. Hey, could you do me a favor? I just need 20 minutes of your time. I've found something that is pretty incredible and I'm really excited, and I would love for you to be my guest tonight because I really think that you would love it too when you see what I saw, right? You're just asking them, hey, I just need 20, 30 minutes of your time. Can you do that for me, right? We all have friends that we can ask a favor for, right?
Absolutely.
Hop in on any of
No,
these.
this is perfect.
And then there is a third category, and usually these are people that we look up to, right? So
Chicken list.
the chicken list. I love that. So we want to ask for their opinion. These might be really business professionals, other entrepreneurs, realtors, people in our lives, somebody that, you know, has business experience, sharp. Hey, I would love to get your opinion on something. I found this opportunity. I'm pretty excited about it, but I would love to get your feedback and your thoughts on it because I value your opinion.
Bam.
If you ask for somebody's opinion and you tell them that you value it and their feedback, they're not really going to say no to that. I mean, they might, but chances are they're not. I haven't had anybody say, no, you can't have my opinion. And then if they say no, well, then go to someone else.
Yeah.
Do you want to hop in on that?
No, I mean, literally, you know, this training is designed for the new person.
Yeah.
And obviously there could be a lot of associates on here who have been with Trinot for months or years. This is a good refresher. But how many of you watching this, obviously, especially if you're new, the answer is going to be yes. You haven't yet talked to all of your friends, right? If you're new, that's of course you haven't. If you've been around for a while, you be honest, you might still have some Facebook friends, some contacts in your phone, people that you just haven't reached out to. For those of you that are new, everyone you know pretty much falls in one of these 3 categories. And we have scripts. Scripts are just reach out to your upline. They've got lots of scripts that can help you with, like, well, exactly what do I say? Cathy just gave you some simple scripts, but everyone you know, that means everyone you know needs to hear from you. And this goes back to showing up, doing the thing, taking the right actions. And part of taking the right actions is reaching out to everyone you know. Don't prejudge anyone. There are people who you think would never do this, who are already successful. They're a number 3. You reach out to them anyway, because we know people in Trinot who are multi-millionaires. And they still join Trinot because there's something valuable here for them in their life. And they want to be able to help other people become wealthy. And that's what Trinot is going to do for their contacts. There are people who you might think would go straight to diamond, and they may not, that you never know. So the point is, don't prejudge, right? Everyone you know is going to fall into one of these 3 categories, and use this as kind of a guide to help you with how to approach all of your contacts.
No, I love that. And I always give the example of, okay, you just opened a pizza shop or an ice cream shop, right? Let's go with ice cream. What are you going to do? You're going to have a grand opening, and chances are you're going to tell every single person that you know that you just opened for ice cream. You're going to say, hey, do me a favor, be at my grand opening. Hey, I need a favor. Come on out and tell me how the stuff is. Hey, I need an opinion. Do you like these flavors, right? Now, are there going to be people who don't like ice cream? Believe it or not. Yeah, that's crazy to me, right? But you're not going to stop selling ice cream because some people don't like ice cream. No, you're going to go tell the world and find all the people that like ice cream. This is the same thing. You have the hottest metabolic health products right now on the market. You guys have seen these testimonies. They are insane. People are looking for what you have. You just have to go let them know that they can get it from you, because chances are this thing is growing like wildfire. And if you don't tell them, someone else will. So they're either going to eat at your ice cream shop or the one down the road. So don't be afraid, make the invite, and that's it.
Bam. Mindy Deeble, back to you.
So good. So good. How many of you just absolutely love that? Give them some love in the comments. That was powerful, seriously powerful, and so simple. So simple. Don't they just make it sound so simple? Because it really, truly is. Okay, can't you hear their passion and their excitement? It's not necessarily what you say, it's how you say it. You can hear it in their voice, that passion, that urgency, that excitement. People follow strength, not weakness.